Pues muy buenas tardes, ¿qué tal? Aquí estamos un vídeo más de aquí para nuestros compañeros de YouTube. Estamos con la conferencia de Guerrilla Collective en este Summer Game Fest de 2022, este mes de junio, este día 11. Y vamos a ver qué nos depara en la tarde de hoy en la conferencia de esta compañía. Ya estamos aquí a la espera, quedan tan solo 30 segunditos. Y en nada sabremos las novedades, lo que se viene, si sacan alguna fecha de lanzamiento o algunas novedades y actualizaciones de juegos de la compañía. Bienvenidos todos y todas, como siempre. Estamos aquí para pasarlo bien, para pasar un rato divertido entre nosotros. Y espero que lo disfrutéis al igual que yo aquí con vuestra compañía. Así que esto empieza.
Been a long time coming.
It has.
We've been sitting here with these masks.
I'm over the masks.
2 years.
Primeros presentadores
When we started this
de todo el Summer Game Fest
stuff,
con
this
mascarilla.
Guerrilla Collective GC stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to rock these.
Yeah.
But I think it's about time.
It's about time to take them off.
Let's take these off and let's get right into it, people. What is happening, everyone? Welcome to GC3, the Guerrilla Collective 3 Summer Showcase, the least pretentious showcase you will see this summer. That hat trick, the three-peat, the menage. Anyway, I'm your host, Justin Woodward, co-founder of The Mix, the Media Indie Exchange, and Terabang Entertainment, and advisor of the Black Game Developer Fund, as well as Black Voice in Gaming. I'm with my amazing co-host, the Green-Eyed Bandit, can't stand it, Candace McKinney. How's it going, Candace?
It's going great, Justin.
La gente siempre tiene juegos muy buenos.
Co-hosting GC3 and
A ver qué traen. A ver qué traen
Really
esta
kicking
semana.
off tough. The Guerrilla
En el
Collective
día de
was
hoy.
created because everything was fragmented in terms of the press and event organization during the zombie apocalypse of 2020. So we decided to come together, organize, and deploy showcases with our fellow independent hustlers in the game industry, and add some flavor and style to the industry to give folks a creative jolt during the chaos that was ensuing. The Guerrilla Collective's main message is unity. We are carrying on the tradition of organization with these showcases with leading game studios, publishers, and industry leaders independently to share announcements, gameplay reveals, updates, and drops from studios of all sizes direct to everyone watching worldwide.
So this week, we started Black Voices in Gaming. And today, we will blow things up with GC3, showcasing a wide range of games. And then we'll hand it off to our friends over at Wholesome Games for their Wholesome Direct Showcase. Later on this week, we'll have the GC 3.5, where we're going to share some fresh games that are crispy and lit.
They're going to be mad, crispy, but not burnt. Before we get started, we have to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, PlayStation, Razer, Astro Gaming, Tencent, our fellow devs and publishers, 11-Bit Acapora, All In Games, Assemble Entertainment, Aurora Punks, Freedom,
Uno de sponsor de Guerrilla
Gravity
Collective.
Games, Arise, HeroCraft, Modern Wolf, Raw Fury, Tiny Build, Wire Productions. Also, salute to the developers who played a role in the showcase. They have contributed their games and resources to make this possible.
And once again, you guys, we've teamed up with the fine folks at Valve to showcase our stream on their platform in order to support the devs. Be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective 3 event page on Steam.
Bueno, a ver si empiezan dejando de dar publicidad y empiezan con los videojuegos, ¿no?
These wish lists really help the devs, so let's do it.
Definitely check out the wish list. Support the devs. They will love it. Shout out to our broadcasting partners for supporting the showcase and the developers on the stream, Twitch, Steam, IGN, of course, GameSpot. We are trying something out new this time around. We're going to be doing key drops through QR codes randomly during the showcase. So please have your phones ready to grab some codes from the Guerrilla Collective.
Todas las redes sociales, bla,
Also,
bla, bla.
let's say hello to our Mixed Master Guerrilla Squad partners who are co-streaming today. You all are amazing. Be sure to check out all of the great reactions and commentary from them. Let's get started with the first set of games that go OD this summer, beginning with a hardcore Soul Seeker simulation, a Soul-like action RPG, as well as some up-and-coming games and a few exclusive surprises on the horizon for release. Let's get started.
I can't wait.
Ahí vamos.
All squads report in. Kilos ready for takeoff. Mayday.
Hostia, está guapo. Me mola, ¿eh? Cómo se ve el juego me mola.
Hey, what's up? Yeah.
Pues ese de From Space no estaba nada mal, ¿eh? Para 2022. Este ya no me mola tanto a mí. Este estilo de videojuego. World Premiere. Ojo al dato. Cogida de puzzle. Sí, eso es movida, eso es muy jodido, o sea, tiene su cosa, ¿eh? Ugly. Entre la vida y la muerte, ¿no? Va el personaje. Para 2023. Bueno, todavía queda un poquito entonces. Está chulo, ¿eh? New Year, New Skins. A ver para qué juego es. Un shooter en el espacio. Boundary. Boundary se llama. Este lo veo un poco ya anticuado. Sí, anticuado. O sea, los movimientos no, pero el diseño del juego sí lo veo así. Alaloth, creo que se llama, ¿no? Alaloth, sí. El 30 de junio.
Candy, Alaloth has come such a long way and is looking really impressive. I remember when that game just
No está mal este Alaloth, pero lo veo como un plan, un diseño muy anticuado, ¿no? Muy visto ya, ¿no? Bueno, de estos que se han presentado ahora, de los 5 que se han presentado, me quedo con el de From Space, el primero. Sin duda. Parece un Resident Evil, ¿no? Pero... Joder. Deimar 1994. Lo veo un poco raro. No sé qué os parecerá a vosotros, pero... un tanto raro me finaliza. El octubre, 27 de octubre. Parece de miedo, ¿no? Qué cogida, ¿no? Es un poco paranoia, ¿no? Ese ya está a la venta, este de Grapefruit High.
There is no fucking escape.
It is still unknown if she was under the influence of any drugs, or if it was actually a witchcraft ritual as indicated by the evidence found at the scene. Suggesting the latter, police officers found books at the scene containing strange symbols, candles, dead animal. So far, his left leg and 3
Tiene mala pinta, ¿eh? chaval, anda. Madre mía. ¿Qué coño?
This is impossible. This place didn't look like this a second ago.
Parece como que hace viajes en el tiempo y demás.
Chains? Maybe I can break them with something.
Sí que lleva herramientas. Saldrá del váter.
What the hell am I doing? The doorbell. I gotta get to the front door.
Vaya rayada de juego. Tu puta madre. Madre mía, con el de Madison. Pues ya tenemos otra fecha, 8 de julio de 2022. Dentro de un mes así. Sí, de un mes. Menos de un mes, estamos a día 11, pues menos de un mes. Uno de juegos con unos diseños tan raros. The fridge is red. El frigorífico es rojo. Tócatelo.
Rated teen.
Walter?
Joder.
Just breathe. It's not the end.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Just stay here. Stay for him. No one
Oh my god, is this right?
is high enough. 'Cause you're making for the others, for each other. One day.
Che, para Play 5 y Xbox Series X ese, y Steam. Me sorprende, que no lo saquen tampoco para consolas de anterior generación, exclusivo.
Hey guys, it's Carol from 11B Studios. I'm glad to be back at Guerrilla Collective because we've been pretty busy for the last 2 years. So first of all, I would like to introduce Luke Whitaker from State of Play, the creators of South of the Circle, because they would like to tell you more about how they are creating games.
I'm Luke Whitaker. I'm creative director of State of Play. We made South of the Circle, which is a narrative adventure game set in Antarctica in the 1960s.
South of the Circle.
We decided on such an unusual setting because I was fascinated by the surreal beauty of Antarctica. Our lead character, Peter's experience in Antarctica, remembering all his past, got me thinking about my own experiences, my own memories, and how my memories of past events are often different to other people's memories of that event. And
Sigo diciendo que sacan juegos muy raros.
And realize that what we're doing when we are accessing memories, we're taking them out, we're thinking about them, experiencing them. When they go back, they may be slightly altered. And so over a period of time, we may have completely different memories of an event. And maybe we have a family member who has been telling the same story for 20 years, and it's now very different to the first story they told. We wanted to tell the story about power and the individual and how these big powers can affect our lives. But the more we worked on this story, the more it became apparent this was a story about the individual and the individual choices we make. And we realized the most interesting thing and the most important thing in our lives are all those small emotional decisions we make and the promises we make in life. Yeah, I want to make people think and feel something. And in South of the Circle, we look at what are the far-reaching consequences of your childhood. And this is why I think video games are a fascinating medium.
Yo creo que es un título
South of the Circle
que no
was
jugaría.
a very emotional game to create.
No me llama la atención,
It's an
por así
emotional game
decirlo.
to play, and soon you'll be able to experience this for yourself on consoles and PC.
South of the Circle is the future for
Y se
us.
supone que para
It
todas las
doesn't mean we
plataformas.
forget about our past. For me, as one of the creators, it's hard to believe that it's been almost 8 years since the release of this War of Mine, and we've been pretty busy during that time. So let me introduce Paweł Michowski, who'll tell you more about it.
The War of Mine.
This War of Mine is an extraordinary game about civilians in war trying to survive the war, released originally in 2014 on PC, and Final Cut is the ultimate version of the game, released only a month ago on current-gen consoles.
Es un juegazo. Este lo
The
tengo en
game
juego de
is
mesa y
special
es
on many
guapísimo.
layers. I mean, it speaks about human dignity in very inhuman times. Imagine being put in a war-torn city where you have to deal with lack of everything: food, medication, treatment, dealing with constant danger. In such horrible times, it takes a lot of cost and heavy effort to stay human. And this War of Mine speaks exactly about it. This War of Mine Final Cut has got a lot of content comparing to the old-gen version, a content unavailable in that one. New civilians, new scenarios, new locations. So practically the game is a few times bigger comparing to the old one.
Muchas novedades en
To stress
en
out
este The War
that,
of Mine Final Cut, por lo que
in the
está
game there is
comentando.
no tutorial, and you may ask why. It's simple, because in war, no one would tell you how to survive. Since 2014, we've been constantly developing the game, adding new story-driven scenarios, a lot of free updates, a ton of content, including even charity content that was directed specifically towards gathering funds for War Child, in this case. And lately we've organized donation for Ukrainian Red Cross just by selling the game, and we amounted $1 million almost. So actually this War of Mine is a great example that a game can make a change and be that way something more than just a game.
That's all we've got for you today, and I hope you like it. And having an opportunity to be here, I would like to thank you all for supporting 11 Bit for so many years, because it's thanks to you that we were able to achieve so many great things. And while speaking about great things, there's actually one more to come, and it's right around the corner. So be sure to follow up 11 Bit Studios news in upcoming days, because you're gonna like it, trust me.
¿Acabó? Ah, no, sigue con lo de Guerrilla.
Hello, I'm Jörg Tittel, and I'm the writer and director of The Last
Era de 11 bit,
Worker, a
que era el
first-person narrative
Show of the
adventure
Circle
centered around
y
our
el
struggle
de
in an
The War of Mine
increasingly
Final
automated world.
I'm Ryan Bousfield, I run Wolf and Wood, and we're bringing The Last Worker to PC, console, and VR platforms in 2022.
The Last Worker puts you into the body, the mind, and the seat of Kurt, the last human worker at Youngle Fulfillment Center 1, the largest such facility on Earth, the size of the sunken city of Manhattan. And you've been there for 25 years. You've never made a single mistake, which is why you still have your job, and that's why everyone else has lost theirs.
It's easy to marvel at the wonders of Youngle, but remember, here at Youngle, time waits for no man.
You can say that again.
It's easy to marvel at the wonders of Youngle.
Stop.
But of course you're not entirely alone in the game. There's Skew, your only friend and cobot, played by Jason Isaacs, who you might know from Harry Potter, Star Trek Discovery, Death of Stalin, Oliver Dari Olofsson, Zelda Williams, David Hewlett, Claire Hope Ashity, and Tommy Earl Jenkins. We've got an incredible cast.
This area should be off limits.
At Youngle, there are no limits.
So you start out doing the day-to-day work of Kurt, dispatching products, you're keeping up with the robots. But obviously this is not a work simulator. You're soon contacted by a group of activists called Spear. They want you to kind of delve deeper into the facility. They want you to take on this espionage, work on stealth light gameplay, where you do have to go to these zones where you're not supposed to be. And so you've got to delve deeper, picking up tools and weapons later on to access these areas. So you're always going to have that push and pull between the activists and Kurt's pride in his day-to-day job.
Don't worry, she won't hurt you. Again, right? Hoverbird?
I can't promise anything.
It's a story and world rich with drama and even the occasional moments of horror and a lot of comedy as well. Because it's important for us to build a world that you actually want to inhabit. We wanted to make something that is crafted with love and full of color. We have been working with Nick McMahon, the incredible comics legend and co-creator of Judge Dredd, on designing these characters in the world with him. And I hope you will enjoy the very unique look of our game.
At Youngle, nothing.
The game is packed with so many surprises and crazy cool moments. We just cannot wait for you to play it later this year.
El juego de Amazon, básicamente. Traducen eso. The Last Worker. Y tiene también demo.
Justin, remember, the Frigidaire is red. You can't take your eyes off of it.
I mean, you don't have to ask me thrice. You know what? Signalis is also looking slick with its old school PlayStation textures and gritty yet smooth, ominous style. Such awesome, like, gritty games.
It's true. To loosen things up, you guys don't have to worry about staring at a crimson icebox. We've got some upbeat style arcade titles coming at you. Let's shred right into it.
Let's shred it.
Explosivo. Madre mía. Y hablábamos de juegos raros. Pues ahora tienes ahí animales haciendo skateboard. Madre mía. vaya función. Quedando flipado. Cassette Beasts. Ya creo que lo que quedan son a qué juego más raro te puedo sacar, ¿no? Por lo menos te hace pensar, ¿no? Y te raya la cabeza, pero no está mal, ¿sabes? De los últimos es el que más me ha gustado. Ritmos.
What? I'm trying to play Witch and Whiz here. What the Candy?
Please put down the handheld. I have a really special surprise for you.
Okay, you have my undivided attention now.
Good. Good. Because next up, we're going to go back to the future and share some neo-retro games, soon-to-be classics, that give you that old-school funk, that give you that feeling. We're going to start out with our favorite Heroes in a Half Shell, see what's happening with the Kickstarter Symphony of the Night Indie South Darling, and much more.
This better be good.
Oh, it will be.
Tortugas Ninja. Este era claro que lo iban a sacar. O sea, que lo iban a poner. Este sí está guapo. Este sí está guapo, ¿eh? Joder. Hostia, 6 personajes al mismo tiempo, ¿eh? Joder. La reportera con el micrófono. Este está muy gracioso, es un clásico y este juego sí va a vender bastante. Gender Revenge. Otro exclusivo.
The dragon stirs in the void, and an empire trembles. The rule of the Magi Lords is
Otro
fading.
diseño raro.
Where now shall we place our faith? In the low cunning of the sellswords.
Si es este el título así, un juego que para mí desde hace ya muchísimos años. No tiene sentido un juego ahora, a día de hoy, con este diseño. Creo que tiene muy poco. Muy poco de esto, muy poco público, ¿no? Creo que tiene muy poco público este juego. Un juego así, o sea, de cualquier compañía que lo saque. Sí que tiene años. 26 años, ¿no? Esto es un juego que al que tú puedes modernizar todo lo que tú quieras, pero al fin y al cabo sigue siendo la puta barrita y las pelotitas. Los 24 jugadores a la vez. 25 online. El Arcanoid de toda la vida. Octubre de este año también. Están presentando muchos juegos, muchos. Me han llevado bastante. Es gracioso, ¿no? Tiene su aquel.
Candace. Thank you so much for Karate Chopping the handheld, because that was lit. Turtles in Time was my childhood right there. Can't wait for the Cowabunga collection. Shout out to Digital Eclipse. Also, Bats is out now, and you can pre-order the physical edition from Limited Run Games.
Era bonito, este último ha sido bonito. 9 Years of Shadow.
I am too.
Está guay.
Coming up next are some surprises that fall into our last category, but also add some new flex to the RPG and strategy genre as well. Let's menu dive into the next set of games, shall we?
We shall.
Welcome to WrestleQuest, the world's first
Western
pro
Quest.
wrestling RPG, and the sweatiest game here at the Guerrilla Collective Showcase. I'm Zach, the head of narrative here at MegaCat Studios.
I'm Andy. I'm one of our senior designers.
Western
We've got
Quest.
some content here to show you that has never been seen before. So WrestleQuest includes real-world wrestling legends like Macho Man Randy Savage, Jeff Jarrett, Jake the Snake, and more. These guys appear as giant statues across the world map, with people coming from all over to pay tribute to these icons. These sites are also the starting point for side quests themed around each legend. Here on screen, Machacha Man and his friends are at the end of one of these quests. They've been investigating a strange cult of Wrestle Raiders that worship the Road Warriors. After a chase through the Mad Max-style wasteland, the quest comes to a head with a wrestling match against Hawk and Animal on the back of a speeding big rig. So each of these side quests themed around the real wrestling legends. Some of them you'll help the wrestlers, some of them you'll end up fighting them.
WrestleMania por turnos? What?
And no matter the outcome, they're always the key to the game's best moves. So sometimes you'll get iconic gear or outfits from the wrestlers, other times you'll be able to summon them into battle.
Un poco raro, ¿no? Un juego de este estilo en un combate por turno.
Summon dragons and monsters and whatnot, but only WrestleQuest will let you summon Jake the Snake to rip a DDT on your enemies. Or in this case, if you're able to beat the Road Warriors, you'll be able to summon them to do their Doomsday device on your foes. Andy, what's your favorite thing about the Road Warriors?
I love the fact that they can put their mohawks together to power up. they fit into each other very nicely.
It's important. It's important to have that type of symmetry. Speaking of working together, Andy's shown you some of our tag team maneuvers here. Muchacho Man and Toybox Jimmy doing a block.
O sea, es diferente, pero no sé, no lo veo yo.
12 playable characters in WrestleQuest, and there's different combinations.
No lo veo yo muy convincente, ¿no? El juego.
So it's one more way you can customize how you play. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see the hype meter. This is an indication of the crowd's engagement and interest in the fight. If you come in and you just spam the attack button, they'll get bored and that'll drain out and your enemies will get stronger. But if you approach the battle with a little bit more showmanship and creativity, that'll fill up and you'll start to get bonuses. You know, extra damage, extra loot, better loot, AP regeneration, it's all there. There's over 20 wrestling legends to see in WrestleQuest, so we'll be excited for you to check them all out when the game releases later this year.
Thanks for checking it
Ahí lo
out,
tenéis,
guys.
WrestleQuest.
Hey folks, I'm Buddy, the community
Mira,
manager
esto
for
es muy
Horror
diferente ya.
Games, and today I'd like to introduce you to the core gameplay of Zoetti, our poker-based roguelike by Dusklight Games. In Zoetti, you've got all the ingredients that make a core roguelike experience. You play as one of a few different characters with their own
con cartas
play
de poker.
styles. As, you know, you fight your way through a number of battles before facing off against a boss. And every time you win a fight, you get a reward. You get more powerful before you face tougher challenges. You know, like, all of the stuff that makes for a good roguelike experience. When we get into skills and abilities that you're using to win those battles, though, you know, like, that's when things get a little spicy. In Zoetti, you have a limited number of skill slots, and each one is tied to a particular hand of poker. The rarer the hand, the more powerful the skill. Two pair is going to be weaker than, you know, a straight flush. So, in practice, this is how it works. At the beginning of the fight, you draw a bunch of cards. These are play cards, and depending on the kinds of poker hands you can create, you can activate those skills. If you have 3 of a kind in hand, you can activate this skill tied to 3 of a kind. So here, I'm gonna activate Boundless Battle Spirit, which buffs my damage a bunch. And then I'm gonna activate it again, and then I'm going to hit a bunch of times with individual strikes. When you win a battle in Zoetti, you don't add more or
Es raro de ver un juego así, pero
that's
bueno,
always going to stay the same.
ni tan mal.
Instead, you can add new skills, or level up your existing skills, or acquire different skills for slots that you already have filled. Changing out these skills allows you to really customize your build, and you're always going to want, you know, a certain balance of offense and defense, which begs the question, you know, do you want a powerful defensive option, something tied to a straight or a full house, or, you know, do you want something that's a little bit weaker but more readily available, like a single pair of cards that, you know, you're going to find that in basically every hand that you draw. And all of this is affected by the underlying statistics and modifiers of the game. You know, so for instance, hand size or the number of cards you draw per turn are statistics that you can invest in. You know, you keep all of the cards that you don't play on a turn, which means you can have 11, 12, 13 cards in hand, which gives you much better access to some of your deeper, more powerful skills, like something tied to a full house or a straight. You can also increase the amount that you draw per turn, allowing you to just kind of dump your hand every single turn for maximum tempo. And those are just 2 examples. There's plenty of cool, complex modifiers that, you know, you can pick up.
Está explicando el juego de 1000 formas diferentes, ¿no?
Anyway, I think that's about as complicated as I'm willing to get for this video. For now, if you want to learn more about Zoetti, I'd recommend wishlisting us on Steam, since I'm going to be really showing off some of the deeper, more complex mechanics in the not-too-distant future. And, you know, that's probably the best way to keep on top of things. I hope you have a really good time checking out the awesome titles at the Guerrilla Collective, and, you know, otherwise, I wish you the best of luck in your travels. Cheers.
Bueno, estos son juegos indie, ¿no? Un poco en general están sacando algunos indies de los que tiene. Como Indie Summer, los 3 indies esos que han sacado. Este es otro del estilo, de la época, con otro enfoque de cámara, por así decirlo, como animaciones, ¿no? Por así. Como un remaster, ¿no? A los juegos antiguos de este estilo, pero un remaster en HD, ¿no? Por así decirlo. Total, ¿eh? Alterium. Han sacado muchas demos de muchos títulos de los que estamos anunciando Guerrilla Collective. Hay muchas demos. Otro exclusivo.
You know, kid, the world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. If you want to be a hero here, just being good isn't enough. Because this world is ruled by greed, and greed is exactly what you need here. So kill. And blow up.
Uy.
And loot. Anyone who stands in your way on the path to greatness.
With Ventori. No está mal, está chulo.
Keylocker turn-based cyberpunk action. Keylocker is a turn-based tactical rhythm RPG taking place in a world without music, where you play as the twin brother and hacker Dealer and the jukebot drummer Rocket. We pick up with Dealer and Rocket searching for Bobo, who has been taken by the satellites, the ultimate authorities of Saturn. They have entered the droid factory, the domain of one of Saturn's satellites, the Lesto, but the way forward is filled with dangerous foes. The combat of Keylocker takes place on a tactical grid, where every move must be considered. Plan your actions carefully, as each attack comes with its own field of damage. Timing your attack is crucial for survival, as every perfect hit brings you closer to victory and every miss closer to death. Some attacks will cause passive effects to appear on the grids. By using the plug modifier, the fabricant has spawned an electrical field on one of the tiles, recharging his EP every turn. Unfortunately, his life points are too low to take advantage of this strategic position.
Vaya cogida de juego.
Luckily, Dealer has spent a long time preparing for this moment, holding keys to increase his progress on the skill tree. The droids are no match for his skill level. Rocket, however, was only recently given combat capabilities and could do with an upgrade. Let's take a look at his skill tree with the keys we have received from combat. The skill tree has two branches.
El menú ese me marea a mí un montón.
Different class gets a unique one.
El menú que
You
tiene.
start at the top using keys to level up the talents until it unlocks the next one below it. Talents will increase your stats, let you add unique modifiers to attacks, add passive abilities, or unlock new gear for use. Progressing far enough down the skill tree will even let you cross your skill tree with another class, creating hybrid classes. More on that in the future. If you want to see more of Keylocker, head over to our Steam page and make sure to wishlist and follow. We will have a demo available there during the summer of gaming, so make sure to check that out. Thank you.
Muy bien, muchas gracias. Symphony of War. Otro juego de combate por turno que han sacado ya unos cuantos. Symphony of War ya disponible. No está mal, este de combate por turno tiene unas animaciones chulas.
Wow, Justin, WrestleQuest looks fantastic. The nostalgia of those pixels brings me right back to playing Royal Rumble with my brother on the Genesis.
I feel you.
It also brings me back to some drama.
Trauma?
Drama, yeah. You know, my brother recorded over all of my high school cheerleading VHS tapes with episodes of Monday Night Raw.
That is so ridiculous.
It did, and it gave me a really bad relationship with wrestling, but there's something about WrestleQuest that's making me second guess that, and I feel like I should really let all of this go.
You definitely should make that happen.
You know what, Joey? I love you, and I forgive you. Now I can move on with my life.
Great breakthrough, Candace. And now that that's all over, we can move on with our lives and the rest of the show. Candy, how can we support these devs and their games?
By the Steam event page, Justin. So everybody, be sure
Pues yo creo que ya se ha acabado. Ya han terminado la conferencia.
Definitely support
Ya es un poco
de
marketing, ¿no? De promoción a las marcas.
Okay, kids, it's GC3 key time. Here's the QR code. Take a picture of it for some of your favorite awesome Guerrilla Collective games from the developers and publishers representing the GC. Free keys. You love them. You see the QR code. Take it. First come, first serve. Boom. Up next.
Esto es para que escaneéis el código y a ver a dónde llega.
We're going to share some indie titles that represent tough in the action adventure department. So let's go.
Hello everyone, I'm Giacomo Masi, narrative director at Soulmate Games, and I'm here to present to you our latest work, Batora Lost Haven, which will launch this fall. Batora is a narrative action RPG where Avril, our protagonist, will have to face a cosmic journey and use her powers to save who and what she loves, making many significant choices that will change the destiny of the whole universe. Avril's journey will take her to 4 different worlds, each representing one of the natural elements. The one we are seeing right now is Wab, the planet of air, which is composed of 5 completely different areas that will feature a scorching desert, this eerie mountain, a mystical river infested by evil spirits, and so much more. We've had a lot of fun creating intriguing characters with their own cultures and customs, alongside with colorful and vibrant environments that you get to explore in details thanks to an in-game zoo. All the planets that Avril will visit during the game are actually inspired by real places and human cultures. For example, Wuhav is strongly based on Chinese mythologies and settings, and this cute little lizard that we see here is from UK. He's from the Xayah tribe, and he's also a companion that will help us in combat while we uncover the secrets of this mysterious world. Speaking of fighting, Batora features 2 different combat styles that revolves around the main concept of the game, dualism. In her physical form, Avril will be able to use a sword to fight in melee, while in her mental form she'll be able to throw projectiles at enemies. Switching between them constantly during fight allows the player to adapt to every situation and change his strategy in a split second. This is important because every enemy inside Batora is divided into 3 different variations.
Pues este me parece uno de los mejorcitos que han mostrado.
Changing out combat style constantly is essential to emerge victorious. The nature switch mechanic is also used to solve many puzzles. For example, this one is a memory game that requires the player to listen to a sequence of notes and reproduce them with the help of Avril's physical and mental powers. The narrative side of Batora is also based on duality, and players will be able to shape their own path thanks to the karma system. During an adventure, Avril will have to make many difficult decisions, and each of them will have heavy consequences that may lead to different outcomes and endings. So, are you ready to meet fascinating creatures, explore mysterious planets, and discover where your decisions will take you? Batora Lost Haven is coming on PC and consoles this fall. Don't miss any of the news and surprises related to Batora. Wishlist it right now on Steam.
En otoño 2022. Está guapo, ¿eh?
As Hilda delves deeper into the quest for her lost father, she will encounter many dangers and challenges in the city of
Sorprende que sea Guerrilla de las conferencias más largas.
Let us introduce you to one of the main adversaries that Hilda will have to confront, Eulalia, the Prey. Famous for her beautiful voice, Eulalia used to be the most recognized singer during Aphie's glorious golden age. But, like so many others, Eulalia would fall victim to the curse that spread across the city 1,000 years ago. The famine brought on by the Asterigos changed her into something else. She turned to an evil cult, the Ethras, and dedicated herself to it. becoming a symbol by using her reputation and voice to lure more people to join the cult. The encounter starts with Eulalia flying around the top of the seats while sending attacks like voice shock blasts, feather blades, and cyclones. Occasionally, she'll descend to the ground to fight Hilda herself with even more dangerous claw and wing strikes. After some back and forth fights, Eulalia would fly to the sky and use her voice and feather blades to attack Hilda again. And this time, she even calls upon several Harpy minions to assist her. During this phase, Hilda must fight the minions while watching out for Eulalia's deadly attacks from above. Once Hilda has dealt with the minions, Eulalia will land again, and this time she will cause feather storms to swoop around the amphitheater. This is when the battle culminates. The feather storms will continually fire sharp blades as Hilda cautiously counters Eulalia's onslaught in close combat. In the end, only the strongest will survive. We hope you enjoyed this preview, and we can't wait to share more about the world of Asterigos with you.
Casi todo lo que están presentando es para este año. Me parecía un poquito a la jugabilidad de Albatora, porque han mostrado antes. Cell se llama el juego, XEL. Sí. Pues este verano. Ostras, este sí lo he visto yo. Sí lo he visto yo anunciado o algo. De magia. Ya que no sale nada del Hogwarts Legacy, ¿no? Pues por lo menos te entretienes con esto. Eso tiene que estar gracioso.
Spells and secrets.
De este, por ejemplo, no ponen fecha tampoco. eres un gato y un pez, ¿no? O sea, puedes jugar de gato y de pez. En cooperativo. Está gracioso, ¿eh? River Tales. Está chulo, ¿eh?
A tranquil island was hidden from the world. But one day, its shield vanished. The magical Amri once gave life, but now corrupts it. And all creatures, great and small, are being enslaved. Can you save Ikene Island? Embark on an enchanting adventure. Explore a land of secrets. Free and befriend all kinds of animals. And use their talents to make new discoveries. Battle enemies. Or just hang out. Build your home. Decorate it however you like. And help develop your hamlet. Grow all kinds of crops on your farm. And craft everything you need to thwart greedy pirates, repel monsters, and uncover mysteries. In time, you can explore and restore peace to Ikone Island. A new Earthlock adventure is about to begin. Ikone Island. Coming soon on Steam.
17 de este mes. No paran de anunciar juegos, ¿no? Vale, tenga un Frog Island y ahora sale Frogan.
Hey there! Don't you love a fun, upbeat platformer? In Frogan, you take control of Renata, daughter of world-famous archaeologists and inventors. They didn't allow her to
no
accompany
sé, tío.
them to the
O lo mismo
dangerous
soy yo,
ruins
que
of
veo,
the Temple
son
of
juegos que veo.
Beelzebub.
Tío,
And
pero
now, with the help of her
con los
trusty
tiempos que
Frogan,
corren,
she must save
porque
them
tienes
and
que
prove
usar
that she's a capable explorer
un
too.
diseño tan clásico, ¿no?
Jump, zipline, grab and throw. The Frogan is not only your
Pero como digo,
but also your best friend.
estos son títulos para gente, pues, de 20 y pico años. Hombre, muy buenas, Tosi, ¿qué tal, tío? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenido. Muy buenas tardes, tío.
Face off against big bug bosses that serve as the guardians between areas.
Estamos aquí viendo la conferencia de Guerrilla Collective, la compañía de Guerrilla, con los títulos que están sacando en este Summer Game Fest.
Collect all sorts of treasure, including hats you can
Pero están
swap
sacando
with
juegos, por
armor,
ejemplo, como este,
gallery pictures,
que son títulos
tons
que,
of medals, and a full bestiary.
a mi parecer, en diseño, se quedan muy anticuados, tío.
Be on the lookout for Jake. He's a young treasure hunter who'll stop at nothing to get to the treasure before
y hacen, por así decirlo, como que te limitan mucho el público al que va dirigido, ¿no?
Look around for hidden treasure and alternate paths because every level is full of surprises and optional objectives.
¿Qué andan jugando últimamente? Poca cosa de seguido. Sea of Thieves y algún que otro juego. ¿Por qué, Tosi?
The varied ruins ensure you'll need to be prepared for anything. But above all else, be prepared for lots of fun in Frogan.
Frogan.
I am loving all of the frog games hopping around. Frog Gun and A Time on Frog Island. Animal. Oh my god. Ridiculous and amazing premises.
Yeah, Spells and Secrets will definitely have me showing off my magic touch. But Torah, so many solid titles.
Okay, kids, it's GC3 key time. Here is the QR code. Take a snapshot of it for some awesome games from developers and publishers representing the GC Guerrilla Collective. There's a limited time. There's a limited keys. We're going to be popping these up. Okay.
Get it.
That's enough. Okay. Y'all got your keys. Boom.
Up next, we're going to put on our creative caps and get back into strategy, show off some games that are focused on world building, narrative construction, and tending to your magnificent gardens. Let's hop right in and go.
Well, let's go.
Tragically, the human civilization has ended. But who said that the post-apocalypse has got to be all dire? In I Am Future,
tiene buena pinta. Sé que andaba jugando algún shooter. De lo último que he jugado es Escape from Tarkov y poco más. ¿Tú estás jugando alguno del Tosi? Este está guapo, tío.
Build yourself a base that would work seamlessly. Disassemble the old house appliances to create new stuff out of old parts. Explore Cosmopolis.
Este por lo menos está un poco más currado que los otros, tío.
New friends? I did not expect to see a talking fridge there. Oh well. Get away and start your life fresh in I Am Future. Coming to Steam in 2022. Wishlist now.
Welcome to Flat-Eye, a premier fuel station and technological hub. As the manager of Flat-Eye, we're entrusting you to provide unparalleled customer service. Let's explore the various modules you'll be tasked with to outfit your station. You'll be able to unlock the new technologies through the profits you earn with excellent customer service, so be attentive. At the start, your module list will be limited, but each new unit placed opens up new menus of possibilities. Take this toilet module you've installed. Thanks to your diligent work stocking shelves and promptly dealing with customer purchases, you now have enough to upgrade it to a smart toilet. We can tell so much by analyzing whatever's going down the drain. With this data, we can now safely open a doctor booth to provide sound medical advice to patrons so they can have their illnesses diagnosed and treated with further iLife branded medical modules. In essence, you have the most important job in the world. Flat-Eye, making decisions for the benefit of everyone.
Yo creo que a los de Guerrilla se les ha ido un poco la hora de la conferencia. Pues dejar dinero por casa, ¿no? World Premiere. A ver, otra World Premiere. Digo, hostia, que es el arcanoide antes, ¿eh?
Dinner's ready.
Be there in just a second, Mom.
There are dark things in this forest, and you are not one of them. You have to help us. Save us. From her.
Ah, sin problema, Tosi. Sin problema. Creí que no me había escuchado, por eso te decía.
Honey?
Honey se ha ido, de paseo. Pues no lo veo yo como un World Premiere de estos así super tochos, ¿sabes? Pero bueno. Títulos como este es que hay muchos, tío. De todas las opciones, de todos los tipos, de todos los colores. Hay muchos juegos de este estilo, igual.
Justin, another dead plant. I could definitely use some gardening tips.
Sure enough, you do not have a green thumb, Candy.
I know. I think, you know what, Justin? No more real plants. From now on, I'm sticking to Animal Crossing and Garden Inn. Now, for our final segment, we're going to touch your imagination with games that tickle your soul and jiggle your mind. Let's hop into some games that bring a sense of awe, wonder, and give you all the feels.
Jiggle your mind, though?
Jiggle your mind.
Well, let's get to jiggling.
Otro exclusivo. A ver si hay alguno que merezca la pena, ¿ves? Este ya lo vimos ayer, The Cube. Este ya lo vimos ayer en la conferencia de Tribeca. La
It
vimos.
was a hot, sunny day. Fish died in the lake, and birds stopped singing.
The Cube. Este sí lo vimos
Those
ayer.
who could escaped to Mars. I ran deep into the forest, where she-wolf raised me with her cubs. Many moons later, you returned. You hunted and played golf. One day, I found one of you dead, so I put his helmet on.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Greetings, all you Martians out there. It's time for another round of Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Blue skies, warm days, the
Este es que vimos entero, bastante vídeo del juego ayer.
Stay tuned for more on that.
Fuimos hasta la misma parte del gameplay.
A little toddler pop there, taking us back to the days of late stage.
¿Se puede jugar una demo por a través de Steam? Sí que ni tan mal. Mira, The Legend of the Origin. Otro parecido a los ya sacados en el día de hoy. son los que ya han mencionado y publicado.
Hey Slugcats, I'm Buddy, the community manager for Akupara Games, and today I'd like to introduce you to the 5 new playable Slugcats coming in Rain World Downpour, our new expansion for Rain World coming soon. If you haven't heard about the Downpour expansion for Rain World, it's bringing a whole host of new changes, characters, enemies, areas, and more to the Rain World experience. But the thing I really want to dig into today are those 5 adorable new Slugcats. They are the Rivulet, the Spearmaster, the Saint, the Gourmand, and the Artificer. Up first, let's talk about the Rivulet. This blue little guy has a ton of advantages to living in the harsh, foreboding environment of Rain World. It runs faster, jumps higher, and can breathe underwater, which means it can zip across the map between rainstorms. That's the good news. The bad news is, 1, all that running and swimming burns a ton of calories. 2, Rivulet's hibernation cycles are shorter than any other Slugcat. And 3, it doesn't carry much food over from day to day. Play the Rivulet if you want to be agile, but don't mind stocking up between storms. If you're looking for a little more aggression though, maybe the Spearmaster will be for you. This spiky Slugcat spawns spears, which is a tongue twister that I nailed on the first try. This is my first take, definitely not my 5th one, out of its tail, which means that anytime you can start
para mí son juegos demasiado rayantes para jugarlos.
The Spearmaster drains 1 food for every spear it lands on a target, which means it isn't all that interested in the dango fruits and slime mold that other Slugcats will need to sustain themselves. If you want to survive as Spearmaster, you better be out for blood. Play the Spearmaster if you want to be the Predator, hunting down prey and aggressively thriving between rainstorms. But maybe you want the opposite of that aggressive playstyle. Well, the Saint much prefers to avoid confrontations at all costs.
Espero que la de esta noche, la de Future Game Show, sea más entretenida, tío. Porque esta está siendo muy larga, lleva ya 1 hora y media de conferencia. Y sí, muestra muchos juegos, pero la gran mayoría son, para mi parecer, infumables.
Can leave it a little bit exposed to being hunted down and devoured. Play the Saint if you want to deftly dodge your doom with your acrobatic antics. Okay, there's so much more I want to talk about, but I only have like 30 seconds left. There's 2 more slippery Slugcats coming in Rain World Downpour, and I swear to God, one of them is the cutest thing you have seen in your life. You know, the other is just kind of cute. Honestly, I'm just saying that to be nice. He's pretty messed up looking. You can go watch an extended cut of this video featuring them right now on YouTube or the Rain World Steam page. Otherwise, I hope you have a great time at the Guerrilla Collective. Cheers.
Bueno. Lo que yo digo, ¿qué sentido tiene este juego, por ejemplo? Es que no sé. ¿Va en uno? ¿En uno? Ni no. Es igual que el del otro día de Volver Digital, con el del skate, iba en un skate. Exo One. Sin sentido. Para Play 5, claro que sí, me voy a gastar yo 70 pavos en un juego, en este juego, ¿eh? Para Play 5.
き 自転車 自動販売機
Cállate. Esto aprende japonés, ¿no? Por así decirlo.
おはようございます。こんばんは。ホテル。寿司屋。果物。スケートボード。
Shashingo.
Candy,
Aprender
my soul
japonés.
is
Ojo.
genuinely tickled right now. Those games were so wonderful.
So many amazing games today. It was really incredible.
Over 60 games. It's crazy. Thanks once again to our sponsors and broadcasting partners for their support. PlayStation, Razer, Astro Gaming.
Ahora creo que sí que ha terminado ya la conferencia. Creo que sí. Muchos juegos, creo que decía unos 60 juegos. Creo que los que han presentado. Algunos sí que merecen la pena. Otros como el penúltimo, ¿no? Que era el de del bichito ese azul. No tenía sentido ninguno. O el del ovni, ¿no?
Definitely check out those games, wishlist the games, and support them on every platform. Huge shout out and thanks to Wilmer Sound. We are here in Berkeley, California, in the awesome studio, and the scrappy, illustrious mix team as well as.
Pues entonces, dicho esto, termina por aquí la conferencia de Guerrilla Collective con todas estas novedades que han ido saliendo a lo largo de esta hora y media de conferencia que han hecho. Bastante larga para las que como han sido las otras, como la de Epic, de Bowler Digital. Todas no han pasado, casi todas no han pasado de la media hora. Y solo la del Summer Game Fest ha llegado a las 2 horas y esta a la hora y media de conferencia. Así que lo dicho, muchas gracias por estar por ahí. Si te ha gustado, deja un like, suscríbete y comparte el vídeo con tus compañeros. Y nada, nos vemos en el próximo vídeo.